Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another 13 days of Halloween Tumbler tutorial. I really hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. Today I have a super simple beginner-friendly tumbler tutorial. We're going to use some super cute transparent vinyl from my friend Wendy at 311 Co. I really love how this tumbler turned out and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Everything I'm using in this video, as always, will be linked down below in the description box for you. I'll also have some discount codes as well as links to all of my social media pages if you would like to follow me on Instagram, join my Facebook group, or join the Elite fam with my exclusive Elite mentorship. So you can sign up for that down below, and that's it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and I hope you like it. Let's go! We're starting with a 30-ounce skinny straight tumbler from Craft Haven. This is a powder-coated white one, so it's ready to go. We're going to start by going in with our epoxy. You can see I've got maybe like 3 milliliters of epoxy here, and I'm going to spread a super thin layer of that all over my tumbler so that we can apply our glitter. I'm using new glitter. This is from Olive's Outlet, which is a Peachy Olive Glitter's sister company. This glitter is so beautiful. It's a really pretty fine cut white, and we're just going to cover our entire tumbler with this glitter to give us a really good base for the rest of our design. Once that was all dry, I sealed the glitter with 2 coats of clear gloss spray from Rust-Oleum. You can also seal with glitter glue or whatever you prefer to seal. I let that dry for about 30 minutes in between each coat, and then I added 2 coats of epoxy to my tumbler to make sure that it is totally smooth and totally shiny. So after that, I'm going to go through with my craft knife and I'm going to clean up the top rim of my tumbler, but that's the only place we're going to work on at this point. Because we're going to use a clear vinyl, we want to make sure that our cup remains smooth and shiny and doesn't have any dull marks or sanding marks or anything like that will show up under epoxy underneath that vinyl. So I'm going to clean up my top rim. I'm using my Dremel here, as you can see, and I'm establishing that super thin line of stainless steel. That's going to help us form our final seal with our epoxy at the very end. So I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm going to wipe it off with some rubbing alcohol. You can also use dish soap and water, whatever you prefer. You just want to get all of that sanding residue and stuff off your cup before you move on to your next steps. I'm going to take my measuring tape here and just map out where I want my vinyl to end, like how big I want that bottom section to be, how big I want my top section to be. This will totally vary based on your design preference. If you want to show more vinyl, you want to bring that line up a little bit higher. If you want a larger section up at the top, like depending on the decal you're going to use, you'll want to make your top section larger. So this will greatly vary based on whatever design you are doing. When I mapped mine out, I did take into account the middle stripe I was going to add later. I probably should have done it a different way, but anyway, you guys will see how I did it. If you want to do it a different way, be my guest, but this is just kind of the way that it worked in my brain. So anyway, I'm going to take my vinyl. This is from 311 Co. And like I said, it's a transparent vinyl sheet. So we are going to have everything that is white on our backing right now. It's going to show up with that white glitter, and it's going to be really super pretty. So I cut my vinyl down to size, and I did cut it a little bit bigger because in my brain I thought, well, I'm going to cut the top off anyway, so it doesn't really matter how tall I make it. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap that vinyl around the bottom of my cup, and then I'm going to get rid of that tape line that I placed earlier because it doesn't really matter anymore. So if you want to skip that step, you totally can. So now what I'm going to do is take my vinyl, wrap it around my cup to make sure that it is straight, and then I'm going to secure one edge of my vinyl down with a piece of painter's tape, and then I'm going to wrap my vinyl around my cup. You guys have seen me do this a gajillion times, and the process is the same every time. So I'm going to peel back a little bit of the backing, cut that little inch or so away, and I'm going to stick my vinyl down with that little strip first, and then I will smooth the rest of the vinyl onto my tumbler using the felt edge of my vinyl scraping tool. For the seams, as always, I'm going to try and cut around all of these partially cut off shapes or images and then lay the seam down. I feel like that just camouflages the seam better. I always prefer to do this if I can, like if the pattern allows for it, because I think it just camouflages the seam better. It doesn't show up as this just harsh, straight cut line. But of course, you can finish your seams however you like to do it. All right, so now we've got our vinyl wrapped on our tumbler and we can map out our middle section. So the easiest way for me in my head, what I thought would be good is to take a 1-inch piece of painter's tape and line it up with the top portion of my vinyl. And I'm gonna lay that stripe down, and this stripe that we're laying is going to end up being our middle glitter stripe. So I'm taking my 1-inch painter's tape. You can also use like a 1-inch strip of vinyl if you want, or depending how big you want your middle section to be, you can just change the size of this. But I'm going to use this tape as a guide to cut that excess vinyl off from the top. And then we'll take 2 smaller pieces of painter's tape and we're going to put one on the top and one on the bottom of that 1-inch strip to mask it off so that we can base paint it and glitter it and make everything look really clean and crisp and even. So after I have those 2 little stencil or tape pieces on either side, I can remove that 1-inch strip of tape and then remove that strip of vinyl that we cut using the tape as our template. And now we've got our middle stripe mapped out. So for this middle stripe, I wanted to try and match the green tone of the pumpkins. So of course I'm going to make a custom glitter mix. So first I've got Kermit Wazowski. This is from Peachy All the Glitters. All of these glitters are from Peachy, by the way. I'm going to use Karlie, Green Square, and I believe Dewy Frost. Yes, there it is. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to measure, I'm just going to mix those together and try to match this tone the best I can. I wanted to bring in a little more blue, so I grabbed Blue Boy as well. And I think I did a pretty good job matching the tone of that very unique green. It's like a pistachio color, really beautiful and really vibrant. I wanted to make it a little chunkier, so I added in Mojito from Peachy Olive Glitters as well. If you want to keep it fine, you don't have to add any chunky cuts, obviously. So for the base coat, I'm going to mix together a little bit of this really bright green and then just a little tiny bit of the blue acrylic paint as well. The exact same thing we did with our glitter, just give it a little bit more of a blue tinge to it. So I did 1 coat of the paint by itself, and then I mixed in a little bit of glitter glue with my paint for my second coat, and we're going to use that as the adhesive for the glitter. So I'm going to cover this entire middle stripe with our glitter mix, and then we will immediately remove the tape, let this dry for at least 2 hours, and then we will move on to our next steps. Okay, so once our glitter section is dry, we're going to go in with the glitter glue and half water mixture that I use for all of my sealing pretty much. So we're just going to seal that one little strip. Again, let that dry for 2 hours, and then I added 2 coats of epoxy to my tumbler. After those 2 coats were dry, I did all of my sanding to make sure that my cup was totally smooth. And now we can go in with all of our vinyl elements and our decal. So we're going to start with this super sparkly glitter vinyl. This is from Craft Haven, and I'm going to use these 2 strips. I believe these are 0.12 inches wide, and I'm going to stripe out this middle section. So I'm just taking 1 stripe and lining it up with the straight edge of that middle section, and I'm going to repeat that exact same process for the top line. We're going to use that same glitter vinyl for the top layer of our decal, and I'm going to reverse weed this. We've got some tiny pieces, and the glitter vinyl is sometimes really hard to weed, so I'm just going to reverse weed it with my transfer tape, and then I'm going to actually layer it before I place it on the tumbler. I never do this, but I wanted to with the way that I weeded the decal and everything. I just thought it would be easier. So for the bottom, we're just using regular plain lime green Orcal 651 vinyl. So I'm going to layer the black on top of the lime green, and then we will place the decal on the top portion of our tumbler. This decal or SVG is available on my website, by the way. I will have that linked down below for you if you want to use the same one. So to apply the decal, I removed the backing from our original decal, and then I used like a spare sheet of backing that I had. And I'm going to use the hinge method to apply, so I made sure that everything was centered, made sure it was even and straight on the top, and then I just pulled back that backing and laid my decal down. I decided to also add a stripe to the very bottom of the cup to make sure everything was finished. That's the same glitter vinyl that we used for the stripes in the middle of the cup. And now I'm going to take my lime green vinyl and layer a thinner stripe on top of the black stripes. And these, I believe, are 0.09 inches wide, so they're not too much thinner than the black. The black underneath is really just going to be a super thin, almost offset of our stripes. So I'm going to lay those down, one in each of our black stripes, obviously. After those vinyl stripes were applied, I did seal them with a coat of polyacrylic, and after that was dry, I added my final 2 coats of epoxy. So we are all done with this tumbler. I really enjoyed making a tumbler that was all about the lime green Halloween. I feel like lime green is a very underrated Halloween color, and I was very happy to highlight it in this tumbler design. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you for another video tomorrow. Okay, love you. Bye.